Alrighty, welcome back to the most ethical crew. Oh my goodness. My light and lovies, what is going on these days? It is the full moon, I think, in Capricorn. July 3rd, officially moving on its way to the 4th. Independence. Goat energy at that. But, you know, like, goats, I don't know them to be, you know, how do I say it? Well, there's a clear difference between goats and sheep, aren't there? And, I just, where do I even start? Like, I don't know how many hours are pieced together to call sleep, you know. I do know that amid working on the paperwork for this court stuff, that since the computer was like acting up after the reading, like, dude, yesterday after the reading, my computer conked out doing its like update, and it's one of those old ass computers, like over 10 years ago. So it's highly it's definitely like turning back the clock on that one. And so it's it updated the computer, which took hours. So that allowed me to put on my alarm and just like I couldn't go to sleep, so I just shut my eyes to like rest them. Just rest. But I didn't go to sleep. So then I worked hours and hours and hours on the paperwork and still just felt shorted and slighted by the opposing, or how do I say it? The other side's attorney. And you know, people like, they think that within their expertise that they become more adept with the games that are played. Like it's ridiculous, but you know, everybody has room to learn, right? And so it's just a shame where it's not like they're picking their battles. They pick the times and when they like snipe. So it's more like they pick their times in which to trigger. They motion to trigger. And you know, sometimes they're, what do you call it? Their trigger, they get a little stuck, and I decided to lodge the cannon, basically. So it's self-implode. It's like, no, dude, those are not my intentions. To not comply, to go against the court's wishes. No, I simply saw that since I did not receive some backup evidence from you that was referenced in the item sheet, that along with the instructions, that it led to the fact that these were separate submissions. So of course I would love to comply. You know, I said it in a clearer manner, but you know, blah blah blah, potato, tomato, beef. Funny, right? I feel like it. Anyway, today at work, so I got that done. I even pulled some cards, and I said, Spirit, just please tell me, like, you know that, like, I am just, like, hanging by a thread right now. Tell me, can I just trust it and leave it and go and do that and just submit it to them? Because it's going to look, how do I say it, hostile within their approach, and not within the seat of justice and good ruling, should the other party's counsel mislead me within the instructions of what's required within the due days, you know, the spirit of the law. So they're just going to make themselves look bad if they're misleading me. And so, I'm just leaving it at that. And, but Spirit said, like, be proud of what you've done so far. Like, at a certain point, I was going through several audios and videos and all this stuff. And I'm like, it felt so exhausting. It felt so terribly exhausting. Like, it doesn't hurt me like it used to before. And it doesn't trigger me like it used to. But listening to it again, it was just like, wow. It was just a rude awakening to see how awful someone could be blatantly. I didn't even understand. I don't understand how. I think I prolonged that kind of a relationship because I was so perplexed as to how anyone could do that to a person. Just seeking clarity, like understanding. Just I didn't understand it, and it wasn't 100% about the mentality behind it, but it was like, how could someone do that to another person? And I just, when you get lost within those inquiries, knowing that someone is so unwilling to answer up to it and account for themselves, dude, I feel so numb right now. Like it feels so numb right here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, after like a few hours had passed and I was already late for my shift, I had called in way later than I anticipated. I was starting to get really stressed out. I was like, I need to show up for work. It's going to look really bad if I don't. And I intended to go. I'm not trying to avoid anything. It's just, so I asked Spirit. And then after I was going through a few more of like the audio stuff for a good time, I felt something poking me, like just like that, right there, and I knew it was someone telling me to stop, to stop. Yeah. I didn't know how. Like, in practically every message that I was told, like, you are nothing. You'd be nothing without me. All of these untrue statements. And it's like, I don't know. Gosh, I was in a really rough spot before. And, like, dude, like, I am so far better off right now. So by default, there's gratitude lists like on on fleek right there. That is enough for one lifetime for sure. Anyway, today at work, they were very gentle with me there. Like, they know. And we don't need to talk about it. And when we talk about it, it's like in like very brief parables almost, you know. It's they know, I know. It's like another, like a spirit comes through them, and they this is definitely a new world, definitely, where I get to speak to people on a soul level when things go down and shit goes down. And whether or not it pertains to them, directly. They know how energy works. They come from all different walks of life. There's no color behind them, no age. It's experience. And the receptivity of learnings. So, to each their own. on every, like, different kinds of levels, excuse me. I mean, it's good. It's good. There's only one person that was a female energy that tried to get into my energy. So rude, you know? Let her learn her own lessons in life, you know? I don't need to be the teacher for every single person, especially if they're not willing to learn. They're just wanting to take, just to get by. It's like needy, slutty energy. You know what I mean? That's the vibe that I got from her. That imprint that was just like, I don't know. I think if I was a dude, I would also be offended knowing what energetics are like. And anyway, no psychic attacks at work today. I can gladly claim that. There were a lot of visitors, I did notice. And I do appreciate them, because in some dialogues, I did see some cookie cutterness with me. I told you, I was like, I don't need to be all, you know, I'm doing great. How about you? But like, after what I experienced this morning, I needed that. I so needed to, like, just have just a tiny escape. I needed a little bit of Truman Show. But the people that I came across, you know, they were real, and they didn't try hard. They weren't tryhards, you know, so I appreciated that. And it wasn't until, like, the very, very, very last seconds of in passing that I realized that they were visitors. So crazy. People are so sneaky. And you know, it's good. What I would definitely say, though, I gotta speak up for the ladies, because, you know, some of you guys really need to pay more attention to how you conduct yourselves around your women, you know. Some of that behavior is very disrespectful, and they only end up, like, hating me, or not even hating me. It's disliking me. But it reminds them of their situation, you know, and it's like, I'm not saying that you need to be more mindful of when your ladies are around, but, like, always have them present in mind. Otherwise, you have to question your relationship, you know? I know you didn't ask for advice, but you're here, and I can't go out without, you know, representing for your other halves, you know? So, you know, just, like, be more mindful, be more respectful of their space, you know? Yeah, definitely. Anyway, what else are we going to say? Oh, there was one customer. She was like your average cookie cutter. I'm hearing slut bag. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But you could tell, like, she does some kind of, like, spirituality, occultism, whatever. But she was dressed as, like, your cookie cutter, like, you know, jogger sweatpants, like, nude, like, tight tank top, and, you know, had, like, a thin waist, and she wasn't busty or anything like that, but, like, she had, like, the fake eyelashes plastered on, and, yeah, fake, super thick eyelashes, plastered on, and her bleach blonde hair with her roots showing, and nude lip, you know, just, like, your average whatever. And, just like, she blends in with all the rest. So it's like almost like a nobody. And, what did she do? She refused to make eye contact with me. But, like, she gave me the exact amount of change. Like, as soon as she was there, she wasn't, like, trying to made it so obvious as, like, impeding on my energy physically. But immediately I felt, like, pains in my heart chakra, like a cramping. And it was subtle, but it was, like, it was almost like she was concentrating on it. But she did not want to make eye contact with me. And as she was handing over money to me, she made contact on my hand. And even though it was gloved, I knew I felt intent there. And so thank God I didn't receive it on my recipient side. I did it on my doing side, so there was like a counteractive force there. Like going toe-to-toe almost. And I didn't push hard because another reader, like I bumped into before, even stepping into work, said, you don't need to, like, go toe-to-toe with anybody now. Like that, as soon as they challenge you, they're already marking themselves as weaker, They've already identified themselves as weaker. They're creating spirituality into a pissing contest. And it's like, they learn their own lessons, You don't. So anyway, I realized that. And as I realized she was giving me exact change so that I would not do an exchange with her, like I wouldn't have to give her back something, it was very short-sighted thinking. You know why? Because she thought she did her job in her little spell work little thing and trying to take energy or whatever. But as I was putting the stuff away, I realized I had to give her the receipt. And that is where I put the intent. I went like this with the receipt, and I gave it to her. And she knew as she was receiving, because she was so dumbfounded, like she forgot about the whole, circle of life thing. And I literally handed her her receipt. And she knew, and she received it. So, you know what that means. Subtle magic is the most potent, definitely for me. So, we didn't really exchange words. It's just like very simple. And I was not afraid. I was not afraid to try to make eye contact, to look, have any sign of that. I was the open door. The universes side with me. So, there's a lot of open opportunities for me in order to manage and transmute energies. And so it's not just very lucky, I'm thankful. I'm thankful the divine sees me for who I am and what I can do and gives me these blessings. So they don't just like hand it to you silver platter. Like, dude, I don't know what storyline people are living in to validate that. But anyway, that was one thing that I felt. And my heart chakra thing, no more. No. And I didn't curse the other person. I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? And I looked at the other person, like, questioningly, like, not thinking originally that they were trying to attack. I was thinking, like, is this person holding on to those kind of pains? And in essence, they kind of are, but they don't even fucking realize it. It's not bearing on them as though that they are feeling the pains. It's something that they really try to, like, block out. And so they're projecting on others. So, anyway, hold on, I gotta blow my nose. But I was gonna check how I was gonna respond, because I didn't know if the person was completely oblivious and hiding their own pains, rather than really, really trying to cover them up. Why does it look so dark here? It's kind of weird to me. Give me a second. I feel really a little like whoopy right now. Dizzy. So... dude, whatever. Whatever, man. Okay, maybe it's just the screen. Yeah, it's just the screen. I put it in like dark mode or something. Now it's in bright mode. Okay. So, now we have 45 minutes left for a valid Positive Affirmations Monday with this full moon energy right over here. Okay. Anyway. Now that I got that, just a little long update here, dude. I've lost track of time with this kind of sleep schedule. It is... You know how petty that Magick is? Okay, so I got fast food. I have my usual thing. I convinced the kids, like, oh, this is what I usually get, or whatever. And they're like, okay, I'll have one, whatever. So they got their stuff, you know, everything was good with them. But my burrito wasn't the same. They fucked up on one of them. But I realized, so it was like two similar burritos, but it was like not. And it was way off from what I wanted from like, or intended. And I'm like, okay, burrito, potato, beef. You know? So it's just like, whatever. That's so ridiculous. So somebody's going to go at that level to be like, disgruntle me. But, you know, dude, I am not taken, my control panel is not taken over by, freaking like burrito appetite, you know? People are so, dude, I don't even know. But let's go ahead with some manifestations. All right, I wanna do positive affirmations. And so we're gonna. I really enjoy this deck. It gives me story time vibes. Last time that I used it, though, I don't know if I would call it story time. But when I was first using it, for real, it was cool. It was like putting together a puzzle, but you couldn't, you had to go at it intuitively because you didn't know. Oh, what is this? Moonboat. Rune of Journeys. Nice. Okay. And as a closing, I got the crone again. I got the crone accentuated. Okay. Cut it through the queen. The queen and the crone. What you talking about? All right. That's full moon energy. Thank you, Selene. Thank you. Moon deities. Awesome. All righty. Alright, Spirit, what do you want from me? Angels of light and love, I welcome you into direction to protect these messages, my chakras, my auras, my space, my energy, my work, and that of our children. Thank you so much. Just showing this. Oh, that's a lot, but okay. The nectar in reverse. I don't know, am I going to read all this? The father. The mirror. I don't think I'm going to read all of this, but I'm going to take it just, like, energy-wise. Mirror accentuated the empty room. The village. Oh, you know what I'm getting as far as the empty room? That we may have people like needing to take a break from us, or this spirit wanting to rid the room of other energies right now, so we can have our space to like fucking like process, like give us energetic breathing room. So when, like, what I'm hearing is like, you got to read the room. You got to read the room when nobody else is in it. That's what the thing is. Like, read your space, without interference. And, okay, so it's okay. The village in reverse, apocalypsis, the kiss, and the shapeshifter inverted. Okay. Oh, so Spirit's saying, like, it isn't just calling to action the juice. Spirit's saying, like, you just drank it, Tina. You drank it. Okay. Sweet is what Spirit is saying. Right behind, you know? Sugar in the tree. Interesting. So, my projections are, Spirit's saying that I'm absolutely projecting onto, you know, like, who I am to the world. And not disguising it as somebody else. Not making other people pay for, like, you know, who I am. Interesting. That's why the empty room is needed. So it's digging up old bones, knowing what's beneath the surface, the secrets, apocalypsis. What did we say this was? Fine lice interwebbing. A fine network is what I'm being exposed to right now on the expanse. It's not just a commitment; it's a loving commitment, you know. A goodbye and a hello kiss. And then here inverted, the shapeshifter, which is 15, which is also the devil. So inverted, looking at that for me, it's knowing that I can have not just a change of heart, but a change, like a tune-up for sure, according to what calls for it, like what environment calls for it, what situations call for. And all right, so all right, let's get started now. Okay, knockity knock. All right, positive affirmations. One, Spirit. What do you want to start out with? Oh, I had a little poke right there. I felt a little poke. I'm no longer stressed or pressed with having to entertain people who, you know, if you want to be here, you want to be here. Great. That's wonderful. But I don't need to, like, dance around and do a jig and tap dance. And, like, there's nothing wrong with different forms of dance. But to... dude... Spirit saying, you don't need to be like it. You don't need to cater to how do I say it? To how people think you should show up. Don't do that shit. Okay? That's part of why I have the job that I do. I'm here for reformation. That the job can still be done and be effective, and I could still be a loving, like, enjoyable presence without having to be the cookie cutter. So let's look at life like that, okay? Because my job is so casual, you know. Okay, so we have gnosis. It's the knowing. It's accentuated, okay? The sustainer, accentuated, 24. The Pilgrim. Accentuated Judgment 20. And the Tear. LII. Is that 52 or 32? I don't remember what L is. All right. So what I'm getting from this is that in the adventure, you know, there are some things that you experience that that really get to your feels, your emotions. Okay, they put you to the test. But Spirit's saying, like, we're malleable, you know, not by others, but more so by ourselves, and even more empowered by letting the divine assist with that shape-shifting. That we can do, we can make what we like. How do I say it? We can make how do I say it? We can flex to our situations. It's not just adaptation by cookie cutter default. This is adaptation with the realm of flexibility. You do what you can with your own abilities, your own two hands. Like, no excuses. And that's as much as you can do for that time being. No, sis. So this is like a survivalist mentality, but it's in a way that, like, we're looking at survivalist as like a control environment where it's like it's in an empty room. Okay. All right. So Spirit is telling me that when we get, like, within the cream of the echelons, the attic of the penthouse, you know, the skyscraper level, where the winds of change is exactly what kind of challenges your chi, your balance, you know. Remember in Fear Factor where they would go on, like, scaffolds or something, like have to walk the plank basically way, way, way high up in the air, and it's not 100% just the distance and the concept of a fall and, like, the vertigo because of just the unfamiliarity, but it's also the winds. Like, you don't realize it's just like when you're watching it on the TV, it's you only get a one-dimensional experience from that. But when you're actually in it and you feel like the swayings and the creakings of the metal, given that the winds are high up there, it's a different vibe. Let me tell you, different vibe. So we're talking about the feels of it all. Within those echelons, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And so Spirit is challenging us right now because we are so freaking equipped not to pay attention to, like, all the haters and all that. I mean, we can still observe it, but it's that's child's play now. It's no. So What do you say about this, Spirit? There's a great purpose for where you're at right now. Where we're at right now. That it's all going to be plugged into something bigger. So, with this, like, getting into the feels of stuff, it's only for things that are worthy now. You know? So some of those tears, like the feels, are re-identifying with the power within ourselves. Realizing that capability. So, I mean, that in whole is really a positive affirmation. That we're here for, at this particular point in time, for a major, major blessing of a purpose. Mm-hmm. We have several purposes, but like there's something major that we're doing here. That we're meant for something bigger. Regardless of how many triggers are pulled, you know, it's basically what Stormtrooper energy. Miss. And so, we're within a developmental stage right now. Okay. And unfolding. Thank you, Spirit. Any others? Okay. Positive affirmations number 2. Anima Mundi. Excuse me. Did I ever read that? I don't know if I did. Not recently, anyway. Anima Mundi. Where are you? LXXV. I feel like I've read it. I feel like I just read it the last time. Dude. Okay. The soul of the world. All that is. Anima Mundi. Okay. Accept all. Reject none. Multidimensionals. Shared consciousness. Tending to the sacred details of life. This is the world card. Oh my gosh. This is inverted too, the way it's positioned. So it's telling us that accept all that's within us and reject none. This is closing out cycles. Once you face that head on, it's not really a collision. It may be some culture shock because you're rediscovering and re-identifying with certain parts of yourself that you might have refused. And I'm partially speaking to myself, but yeah, the more you reject certain parts of yourself, the lack of clarity you have with the world out, you know, on the outskirts. So this is a wonderful thing. This is a wonderful reminder, okay? This is partly why Spirit wants me to have an empty room. Okay. It's not like I'm on restriction or I'm being grounded. This is getting grounded. The Father, again, makes its way to us, but now in reversal. So, this is Chu, the High Priestess. So this is the divine feminine form of the Emperor energy. The Emperor being the Father in the Major Arcana. Normally a 4, but now we're looking at 2, kind of the interminglings of energy with the High Priestess. So, it's Spirit in divine feminine form of like witchery magic, the rootedness of that. So we have that within our like primordial field. Before this reading, I was getting like some vibe of Lilith energy, And I know I have no beef with Lilith. I know Lilith has no beef with me. When I talk about Primordial, like, she's, oh, this is how it led to it. Because I'm like, why are so many women, like, why am I having so many issues with women in particular, especially when their men are around? Like, dude, I'm not going to steal your person. I'm not going to steal your husband. I'm not, none of that stuff. Like, and a lot of these women are so, like, hardworking and strong within themselves, but when they see their husband get like that, it's like this side comes out of them that is very stern. It's not like this, like, teeny bopper, like, jealous energy. Like, I've seen that before, but, like, what I experienced today, it wasn't that teeny bopper, like, I'm immature, insecure energy. This is more like, I could see a sternness, like a hardening of, I don't know, like, I didn't like seeing that, and I didn't like that in or around my field or being associated with me. Because once the men are out of the picture, they still carry that weight and they project, like, their bullshit onto me. That anger becomes, like, mutated into like, needing to, like, projected as needing to keep people in their place. And it's like, so then I get the brunt of it. I get the short end of the stick, you know? No more, Spirit said no more, none of that, okay? So, like, I asked Lilith, I was, like, thinking in my head, like, do you got a problem? Like, I know you don't got a problem with me, so what's the deal, you know? So I was just, like, doing, like, a vitals check with Lilith. Okay, Lilith, you want to say anything about that? Let's get a positive affirmation from you, okay? Oh my gosh. What the heck is Lilith? Come on. Alright. So look at this. I'm not going to get, like, all of these cards, but it's split to those two. She said you don't have to, but, like, you know. The dead end and agape. Accentuated. Extra large. Love. She's saying that she just has a lot of love for me, for us, you know, within our energies. She has a lot of love. See, right behind that is the threshold, the fledgling within agape. She's like, you're on point, Tina, dude. Like, people just let them learn their lessons, okay? Like, this is me from like, you dialed up. I'm like showing you that I'm here, like, deep beyond. Like, this is a different kind of veil, a different kind of lacing, intermeshings. This is a different kind of system here. It definitely looks like System of a Down. More wood, further fire, loud neighbors, crashing reveries, headlights in our tracks. Toxicity, yeah, it's just toxic. But, yeah, that's what she's saying. She's like, the primordial females, you know, feminines, from way back when, celebrate me. Like, just, yeah. So, like, even though it's not as apparent out here, it's definitely happening within the unseen. You know, Lilith energy also comes through butterflies. That's what she's telling me. You know, like, what are we gonna say about it? Because when I said something about the unseen, they said no. It's also the seen too. We transfer the energies into something that you can see, and so she equated that to butterflies. That was just one example, you know. It's just dude, the flame accentuated, the mentor kind of accentuated, but like also upright, and then the reverse is the mask. She wanted to say something really quickly before she goes, like before we close out on her. She said, "Oh." She's number one also teaching me, but like my receptive mode is high on that, so much so that the mentor is received on my recipient side, and not only am I like high on receptivity of the learnings, but I'm equally blasting out those flames of mentorship to others, creating galaxies. You see that? Like projecting like the good goods, and unveiling basically the truth. She's like, hold up, wait, one more thing. Like, don't close out yet, okay? Thank you. But she's got a lot of love in how she faces things. Because the owl is kind of like heart-shaped right there. And very, not just forward-thinking, but forward-facing. Do you see that? Thanks, Lilith. Thank you, Lilith. Okay. What about you, Kali? What do you want to say? Goddess Kali. Positive affirmations. Okay. The box opened up to the hunter and pronounced. This is kind of like, not strategically, by sequence, broadening our comfort zone, okay? It's like the peeling layers of the onion, but it's like building muscle. So it's like boom, 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 you know, expansion within the atmosphere rather than just an unveiling. It's an unveiling through that expansion of moving like out of our comfort zone. So in order to do that, we have to exercise wiggle room even when we're feeling trapped in a box. And doing that, you know, not knowing what will come of it, it creates a breakthrough. So this is absolute growth. That's what the goddess Kali is saying. Okay. Yes. Okay. Anything more, Kali? Before I move to Quan Yin, okay? The ring in reverse. Okay. So it's being devoted to self first. How do we say that? Because this is about personal growth, not doing it for anybody else. I mean, it is in service by default to everyone else, but it's because of the focus of not having to prove it. Like, it's doing it for the right reasons. That's what Goddess Kali is saying. All right. So she's great about personal improvement, the empowerment behind that. Because these are like very chief level decisions. If you look at her alone, she's a tower in herself. She's a hot mess. Is that okay? Is that okay that I said that? Yeah, she's okay with that. She's okay with, I guess, me saying that. Because she knows what I mean about that. She's ultimately embodying the chief decision that needs to be made. You know? People fear her. Again, the hunter energy in reverse. She definitely wanted me to get this card. Okay. Huntress. Okay, it's it's inverted. Actually, that would be... It's kind of inverted, but it's also in reversal. So this is highly attractive energy. Because of that core unit is very like powerful. Like a ping pong machine that went out of control within its like little box. Like you are just aching to like burst, starburst. Okay, that is what she's saying. Just as a reminder of who you are, Tina, and her fellow kin. For sure. Okay. Goddess Quan Yin, or Ascended Master Quan Yin. Is she a goddess? Is it Goddess Quan Yin? I don't know. She's kind of like both. All right, Quan Yin. What do you want to say for the next positive affirmations? Okay. The seed, accentuated. Okay. It's pearl, very gentle, but then it's it's soft. So she's just reminding, like this is very fitting for Quan Yin. I'm saying within the intuitive bodies and within the hostilities of where sand meets water, it's like you think that things are going to be tranquil within these intuitive bodies, like that people are going to play nice within this particular sandbox where the sand is supposed to stay at the very, very bottom. But within the turbulence, within the movement, because everything is ever shifting and never changing, the sand like gets into the nitty gritty of like people's like very being, and it becomes very, very much an irritant. So much so that the things that we create from such aggravations and aversions, we by default are due to make something very beautiful and highly prized by other sentients. So it's like the keeper, like of like a dragon being a keeper of like a golden egg. Same shit, you know. That's what they're saying. That's what Quan Yin is saying. That that profound that making is profound within the impact of the whole collective. So what you did with that energy is like very much prized. Okay, now the goddess of the moon, the moon goddess. What do you want to say? What do you want the queen pronounce, the self pronounce, and the healer pronounce? What the frick? This is so beautiful. Do you understand? We have the full moon energy super pronounced right there. We have the self, a pearl right there. Oh my goodness. Do you know what they're saying that I manifested? Freaking like an ultimate healer here, not just a triple threat with a three-headed snake of what do you call it, an anaconda, what do you call it, Aurora Borealis, but it's like Maiden Mother Crone as well. This is that level. It's insane. Protecting. You see, there's the tear right there. That's the tear card. Am I? This is the first time that I'm noticing this. Hold on. I gotta see this. Oh yeah, it is definitely the tear. You see that? Embodied right there within the egg. That is the first time I noticed that. So, this is also a whole new world right here. I have to read the tear now. Okay, so Lii. I'm told to read that. very interesting. L-I-I, the tear, the mourning, the release, the rain. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling of the tide and emotions to run its elemental course. Often a tear is what was needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. I'm called to say that that's West, the West element, okay? We sense our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. This is melancholy melody flowing through. If both the tear and the river appear in the reading, this indicates the excess of the water element in your life, as in Ayurvedic traditions. Balance it with fire and earth. The tear is powerful, and it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. Okay. Natural letting go, release, not fighting it. Okay. I mean, that's important for me to know, especially going through what I'm going through with the court cases, Just let it flow. Just let it pass. Just let it go through. Okay? Because the more you hold on to, especially the pain, the more it develops, like, within your inner womb. And that womb becomes wounded. The more you hold on to that. They're reminding us of that. So we are a protector, not just of others, but also of ourselves. That they're saying that I have absolutely manifested this within this moon cycle, as well as several. So, dude, there's a snake over there too. You got a handle on this, Tina. Especially with what we just talked about with the pearl and the ripple effect and all of that. Yeah. It's not just a ripple effect. We've added like blotches of color. This is freedom. This is tie-dyed in the background. We don't just represent it through our own shadows. You see that in our silhouette. But it's a massive imprint in this world. In any world that we step into. It's magnified to like our auric fields are almost like a rainbow. They transit. It's like color changing, like we're a freaking mood ring. But that's interesting. So I can definitely claim onto that. Okay. Thank you, moon goddesses, or dude. Okay. Moon goddesses. The ocean. Inverted. I don't even know what to tell you. Because they said if the river is in it, river is a separate thing. But the ocean? A river is way different from an ocean. River is more secluded. The ocean is boundless. Way, way more than that. So, there's a lot of emotion that needs to be released. There's a lot of things that need to be released, and you just let it wash away, not to fight it. Okay, this is a very, very good lesson and an opportunity for me to just, how do I say it, just get through it. Even if it be, what they said? Even if it be like whitewater rafting, you don't have to be it's not just like a cookie cutter, like one-way street in the recommendation, which is a good recommendation to balance out with fire or earth element. Because you can create more pearls off of more irritations with the earth element, because that's like the worst case, but it's still also becoming the best case scenario, and being able to make more pearls out of it. But fire, there's also a smoke that rises. I mean, there's positives, there's pros and cons to every neighborhood here. But looking at this, okay, if there's an inundation, find enjoyment in it. Find absolute welcoming within its presentation. So you know what? If there is a lot going on, we're gonna go white water rafting in this. Okay, we're gonna see how it goes. Like, oh my gosh, like almost hysterical, and then it's like it'll give us the best laughs. Do you understand that? Like when they say like who's gonna have the last laugh? Nobody else needs to be present in order to laugh our hardest. You know? Like that doesn't even like come in to my cognitive understanding. If I am having a hard laugh, whether it's with somebody or not, dude, I applaud that. Wherever that came from, that's good medicine. So that's what they're saying right there. That's smart. That's fucking the moon. That's the moon energy right there. That is the goddess of the moon. Goddesses of the moons. That's like, they have their own sounding board there. And I got dibs. Thank you. That's what they're saying here. That's so cool. Okay, middle. Some more of that, you know, because it's a huge board. Like people don't realize that. Oh, it's a judge. This is justice. I mean, even though it's 14, it's temperance. Oh my gosh, it's water body energy. The control panel up there is insane. So not only does it relate to like the justice system, the abilities to persuade the justice system. They said that I had that. That's freaking crazy. Oh, something in my heart just hit like almost like to there. It was like somebody is really like this, a witch is really, really spiffed about me being on this, me even, number one, having this, being let into this, circle. This circle is up there, but being let in on the secrets of all of that, like, they didn't know that. They got really upset, and let alone also me being just, ooh, I feel it, ooh. Not mine. It's yours. Remember, that's yours. Whoever sent that, that's yours, not mine. Not none of my viewers, okay? It's just the person that sent it. They're going to deal with that. They are going to deal with that. Not you, nor I. Neither our teams. Just them. Whoa. Insane. You know, the moon goddesses are helping me with that too. My sounding boards, there's that is immediate. All right, top of the deck, the orphan. Accentuated. So, what do you want to say about this? I'm very much protected. There have been a lot of practicing circles that have ousted me because of their own insecurities. And so that's why I'm divinely loved. Like, there's a highly committed energy to every time that I give. I'm very much protected. Definitely. Dude, that's major arcana energy right here. With the Hierophant overseeing the Temperance card. Like, No, this is a lot. This is for sure. Like discipline, disciple energy. That's what they're telling me. That's crazy good. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, let's put that down over there. Ooh, I'm feeling it again. What? They're going to deal with that, not me. Okay. Whew. People be stupid and irresponsible with their energies. For sure. Okay. Alright. Oopsie. Yeah. Somebody wanted to kick me out again. Oh well. Alright. Okay, so Spirit, back to you. Back to you. What do you want to say? Do you want to speak through my higher self, Spirit? Let's do this creative energy thing. Oh, that was gonna go back in, but it said no. Oh, it's the Ace of Cups. But dark. Wait, no. Like that's crazy. Yes, I shall receive. I'm open to receiving. I am willing and in gratitude in honor of receiving the blessings. Spirit, freaking cup energy, dude. Open channel, it says. What? Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of hope here, Spirit says. So, anytime you're looking down, do not frown. No. There's a lot of life, in many layers, in many facets, many dimensions. You are blessed, Tina. Okay, what flew on the other side? The star card. What? The star card, 10 of Wands or 10 of Fire and 6 of Earth. Things are balancing out. Just do as you please, Tina. You're the star. It's an up right now. You're the star. As above, so below. You've got it. Then we have 10 of Fire, 10 of Wands, which is the cage. And then 6 of Earth, which is beauty. 6 of Pentacles. They're saying you're breaking the bank. Actually, no. They're saying you're going to break the bank, but you're definitely going to make bank. It's kind of like this weird bank shot, basically. So 6 of Pentacles is balancing. It's all you have enough to give back to the world, and without it feeling like anything's being taken from you. There's blessings on both sides at this point. So 6 of Pentacles into this bank thing here that's supposedly a cage. It's basically, dude, anything in excess is going to flow outwards. That's what it's saying. So 10 of Wands could be definitely a burden. That's a lot to carry. So much so that it keeps you in almost like an 8 of Swords energy, kind of stuck. You're bound to it. But what this is saying is that the star has many obligations. Bears a huge weight just in its energetics alone. So just understand that, Tina. Don't feel like the world is completely is coming down on you. This is just a shit ton of energy that you are, and that that you've revived. It's like Frankenstein energy. You've come alive again. And it's like shooting stars, 10 of Fire. When you look at that, that's really like fireworks right there. It's done in a reserved place, okay? In order to hold safe grounds. That's kind of a controlled area, but it's meant to go off for sure. I am meant to go off. Like, there is a lot of refreshed creativity, like a baptismal rebirthing. This is definitely new, and it's definitely vibing with the collective. That's what they're saying. Oh shit! Like, somebody is so jealous. I could feel it. What the? Hold on a sec. That is nasty. Oh, dude. Get out of here. In the name of Jesus Christ, I rebuke that energy. That's not mine. 70. Okay, strength. Okay, that's the bottom of the deck. So, as a pillar of light, we are very much protected. Anytime that shield of light comes down on us, even through the moon energies, it is very much protective. So don't worry about like the lunatics or like the crazies out there that can't handle their own, like that don't understand their own power. You got it. Like, we got it, you know? Oh gosh. Somebody has cancer. Because what they're doing is using subtle forms of energetics in order to creep into the weaknesses of my viewers. So someone needs to get checked out, okay? If there's any worry about like breast cancer or something like that, because I'm feeling it like right there, especially so that, like, my left side. And even if you're a guy, like you could still like have some kind of like something in your torso area, but it's like a huge strain. You gotta get that checked out. But number one, first stretch, relax your bodies. Like ballerina stretches, like the relaxed stretches where you can breathe through them, ease yourself through them. And that's a part of being more in tune with your body, listening to it, so you know with clarity what those vibes are. You give the feels to yourself, like you honor that, so that when you come into contact with other like doctors or whatever, that clarity, like truth from fiction. Okay, that's what they're saying. Okay, so like there's blessings in disguises here. Okay, so yeah, it's like right here. It's like creeping right there, but it came through again like that. Okay, all right. Last off, insert Two of Cups. Oh, opened by Mother of Water. Are you frickin' kidding me? This is great stuff. Okay, so again, Sacred Cord and Water. This is I'm feeling like they're saying High Priestess energy, especially with the moon coming up over here. For sure, this is highly celebratory. Queen of Cups. She knows about the highest forms of love. That you celebrate each other's moments, not just the glories, but the growth. Water represents life, vitality. You're going to celebrate someone's growth, even if we'll just say regardless. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, the Garden. Are we there? Definitely. We celebrate each other's growth through the ongoing natures of like graduation is what I'm hearing. Because it's gradual, right? But it's done incrementally, structurally sound is what they're saying. Okay. We are structurally sound. Top of the deck, Five of Cups. Bare bones approach. Structurally sound. looking at it that way, not like, oh, well, we still got to get the drywall, you got to get the fixtures, we're just about halfway through. No. We have built the frame solid. We're structurally sound. We got the basics intact, you know. And we're only moving up from there. Open the deck to 5 of Fire. Okay. Master number 55 making its way over here. So it's, the struggle. Okay. So, you know, when we get to this level, there's always going to be there's always going to be like 50-50